Welcome to the Creative Economy 2021 Forum. To unite the local creative arts and cultural industries, comprise individual practitioners, businesses, corporations, and stakeholder agencies. Consider, embrace, and adopt a mind shift towards a creative economy mindset that has attracted significant attention globally in recent years.
To achieve sustainable development as exemplified by the 17 SDGs, we need new thinking, we need innovation, we need creativity, because it isn't business as usual to get to a net zero carbon economy by 2030 or 2060, as the Chinese are now saying. You're not going to do that by the same way of doing things. In many ways, there's going to need radical innovation and radical new thinking.
My expectation of 2021 is this: everyone becomes positive and know what they're going to do next. I feel like all creatives should come together and band together in one vision to push forward new ways and new incentives for us to allow expression and creativity.
I think that creativity is one of the most important things that the world will need more coming out of this pandemic. It's how they become relevant to see the opportunities to get past their own definitions of themselves as creative and then to really become relevant to the world.
I think what we've experienced in the last 8 or 10 months during this COVID pandemic is clearly shown that human beings want connectivity. So I think we've accelerated our usage of the digital tools by leaps and bounds. In the longer term, it's going to be good for the creative industry. So I'm actually very optimistic about that.
Anyone who's catalyzing something, you need to know what the outcome of the catalyzation. After it's been catalyzed, what is the output? So of course, it's easy to say, hey, we're going to create X amount of GDP for the country, you want to create X amount of revenues, or so and so forth. We can start measuring some of these things. And I think that those metrics are very important to measure. But behind that, what is that vision, Why let the market for Asian content be dominated by Japan and Korea? Why not we do Southeast Asia, we do collabo with Japan, we tumpang Japan, we tumpang Korea, we try to be part of Asia. Don't look too inward, look outward.
I really believe positively. Inshallah, all this will pass. But I think what has made us all think is to be strong, to look inside, to look at values. Why are we doing the arts? And if you are not passionate, then maybe you should jump and not do it, So this is a good time that all of us find our own inner strength and then be armored for the mission ahead.
It all boils down to why we want to do the creative work. And when we look at the global context, people outside Malaysia appreciate the culture, the arts, and the stories that come out from Malaysia. And if it's not us telling those stories, who else can tell the stories?
So I think arts and culture are inextricably linked to the creative industries, particularly when we're talking about film and television and architecture and design and fashion. The link to me seems very obvious, and great designers and people who are successful in those industries learn from the past as much as they shape the future.
We need to dispel the illusion that the various economic sectors exist in isolation and point to the fact that our creative economy has a synergistic relationship with the wider Malaysian economy. A clear example of such a relationship can be seen in South Korea, where the success of film and music industries helped boost the global sales of beauty products, electronics, and promoted their tourism industry to the world. With the right approach, our creative economy as well could make vital contributions to high growth sectors and industries such as technology and communications, science and innovation, commerce, and even education.